I said, well, can you explain that? I don't know what you mean. And he said, my parents were both drug addicts. And so even though I was a smart kid, I thought I was going to be a drug addict because my parents were drug addicts. And he said, just like how pit bulls have pit bull puppy, I thought drug addict's parents meant drug addict kid. So I became a drug addict. Then I eventually realized that I didn't have to be a drug addict. And so I worked myself off of drugs and I moved to alcohol. And now I'm working for alcohol to coffee. Then I'm going to go from coffee to sugar. Then I'm going to get off of sugar and then I'm going to be straight. Now, that sounds like some silly logic, but that was the best logic he had. But he realized that he did not have to be what his parents were. And even though he was still homeless and he was using alcohol to numb some of the things, he was realizing that if he could decrease his way of numbing his pain, eventually he would be able to deal with it. And that's honorable, you know? And I think a lot of us unconsciously do things like that, but this man was doing it consciously, even though it was a very interesting way of fixing himself or upgrading himself. But that being said, he demonstrates the mentality that you see happening time and time again. I want my children to be the best versions of themselves they can be. I made a mistake with my kids this morning, and then I text my oldest kid and apologized and tell her younger sister that I was sorry because I said something negative about somebody else. And I felt that way, but maybe I shouldn't have said it. And so I had to correct it.